Good evening, morning, afternoon, whatever it is when you are listening to this. 501. Good morning, evening, all that. Um, week 3 wrap up here. Excited to see you all this week. So a couple things, housekeeping stuff. I want to chat about your quizzes. They were really good. I think that everybody seems like they're getting in the swing of things, getting the hang of the what they need to be doing in there. I wrote in the DQ forum, and please do respond. Anybody who's been marked down on points, you absolutely should be able to see feedback that I've written. If you're not able to see that, please let me know, and I will figure out what's going on. That's important. Quizzes, but yeah, the answers were generally really good. Please everybody remember, I think most of you do, but I need more than a sentence. It's an essay, short essay discussion. But most of you are getting that, and I appreciate it. So that's awesome. The discussion question this week, man, I loved reading your responses. That was really neat. Talking about technology differences today versus when some of you were kids when I was younger. It's really interesting to think about. I urge you to think about the way that we socialize and the way that we connect now versus then, and what the future might bring. It's easy to write it off, I think, and say that things used to be better. Um, the internet, nobody talks to each other, cell phones, all that. That you hear a lot, which has valid points. I mean, there's definitely valid points there. I think that some things are missed, but then some things are gained as well, right? And I don't know. It's an interesting sort of um, moral ethical thing there. Who's to say which is better or worse? I don't know. I'm not sure. I know that like some of you said in your posts. I know that you know when I see people all sitting in a room sitting on their cell phones, I'm like, man, can't you talk to each other? And I know that there's certain art that's lost of the person to person relationship, but then again, certain connections are made that never possibly would have been um, uh, had years ago. So I don't know, interesting stuff to think about. Like I said, I really appreciated reading your perspectives. Um, Also, thing on that, it's all inevitable, isn't it? So we don't really have much control on that, do we? Um, I don't know. I guess we can limit some stuff with our kids and be good examples, but that's about it. I think some of that stuff's just gonna come. So okay, do two modules this week. We had nature versus nurture and group theory. Nature versus nurture is one of my favorite topics. I posted the discussion question tonight. Hopefully, have some fun thinking about that. Try thinking along the lines of siblings that you know, folks who grew up in similar environments, things along those lines, and just give that your best shot. Twins are always the best example. Hopefully, you're reading about your twin studies. There is an article this week on Nature Nurture that y'all are going to be reading. It's very academic. I will warn you. I've had some people say that they had a little bit of trouble reading the article because it's pretty thick. Um, do your best, wade through it. I think that you will get more out of it than you would imagine. You're very intelligent graduate students here. Um, Give it your best shot and let me know what you think. There's a lot of interesting data in there, some interesting formulations. I think that it's important for you to have some exposure to those types of scientific journals, and I think it's good stuff. So I hope you agree. Like I said, let me know. Yeah, nature versus nurture. That the debate rages on. There's a lot to be said on one side or the other side. Um, and as with most things in life, I think the truth lies in the middle. Please pay close attention when you're looking at reaction range theory and what that means. What it means when we're talking about tendencies. It's a huge concept when we're looking at twin studies and the overall explanation to the debate. So pay attention there. Group theory, Also, really important stuff because it crosses multiple. How do I say? It crosses multiple genres within social work in terms of micro and macro. Obviously, small groups are important in the work that we do in terms of utilization as a clinical tool, etc. But they're also extremely important when we're looking at macro theory. So please do your reading on that. Look at the PowerPoint. Do some thinking on that. There's a lot of interesting sort of sub theories to be set from that. What else? Okay, final project. You should have conducted your interviews, or at least you should be conducting them this week if you want to be sort of on track for where things are at. You should have your notes. You should be starting to formulate things by the end of the week to sort of outline for what your paper is going to look like. So that's where I would think that you're going to want to be for things for now. If you're kind of behind that, then you're kind of behind. If you're kind of ahead of that, then you're kind of ahead. So take that for what it's worth. Midterm coming up next week. Next week's check-in, so week 4 wrap-up, I will chat more about the midterm. Remember that it is non-cumulative, so it's going to be over one specific skill set. I will go over that with you next week. I'll give you time to work on your other stuff this week, and then next week video will concentrate that and a couple of things. So short one tonight. That's all I got. Hope you all are enjoying your week. Hope class is going well for you. I've heard from some of you. Always glad to hear. Email, phone call, whatever you need. You got my contact info. Please, anything that I can do for you, let me know to make this a valuable educational experience for you. It's really important that you're getting what you need to me and to the world, because you're going to be social workers, and I want you to have had a valuable experience in school. You don't get this time back. It's a cool time. Do some self-reflection. Do some working on yourself. Figure out who you want to be and how you want to do it. And then things will go more smoothly for you once you're out into the workforce. So that's my uncle advice for you. So anyways, happy Monday, Tuesday. Talk to you this weekend. Take care.